Welcome to Tokyo DisneySea. Hey everybody, I just spent the day here. This is my 10th time or something at Tokyo DisneySea. Hey everybody, behind me is Minacosta, which is the hotel at Tokyo DisneySea. And I have a question for you. Is it worth it to come to Tokyo DisneySea? I'm on location, and it's easy for me to say yes because it's so amazing. Just take a look. I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna take you underneath the Minacosta Hotel, and I want you to make your own judgment on whether or not it's worth visiting the Tokyo Tokyo DisneySea. I really like it here over the Tokyo Disneyland because in Tokyo Disneyland, we have that same park in America in several locations. Or not several, but we have it in California, and we have it at Disney World in Orlando and Florida. It's also replicated in Paris, in Shanghai, in Hong Kong. But DisneySea is the one park that truly is only in Japan. And I thought I would take a minute. I don't know how well the signal is with all the crowds of people here, and just show you what it looks like here at Tokyo DisneySea. And I want you to sort of find out if you think it's worth it for yourself. So now we're walking through the entrance and we're going into the main area, which is where they have the parades. And the parades at DisneySea are held on the water because DisneySea, of course, has sea in the title, and that means that water plays an important role in this park's identity. But the first thing that you see in the middle of it is not water at all. It's volcano. It's pretty cool. And this volcano, it will erupt every now and then, and sometimes it makes a loud noise. And if you're close to the fire when this thing erupts, you can feel the heat against your face. And when we walk by there, I'm here with my family. They've gone back to the hotel because they're just exhausted. But when we were here, it was really crowded about an hour ago, and now, as you can see, there's a lot of lights. It has a very European type of feel to it. On the courtyard, there's some restaurants. Behind me is the Hotel Minacosta, which is, I think you have to book this almost a year in advance, the Hotel Minacosta. But I've heard that if you are staying at the Minacosta, you can go into the park at 8 a.m. The normal hour for entry to Tokyo DisneySea is 9 a.m. But you can get an hour earlier, which means that you get to get on all of the rides before everybody else, and that's kind of a big deal. If you come here and this is why I asked the question of whether or not it's worth it. If you come here during the holiday season when all of the kids are off on school, it is actually really, really crowded, and the kids will wait in line up to 4 hours. I remember in this volcano ride that you see over here, the waiting time for it when the kids had off from school was 4 hours and 50 minutes. That means that there were people waiting for 4 hours and 50 minutes in line. That's just absolutely crazy to me. But at that time of year, that's not when you want to be at Tokyo DisneySea. You sort of want to avoid it. Right now is really a good time. Now, next week starts the Japanese spring holiday, and a lot of people are going to be having off. And, oh, it's starting to erupt right now, I think. I saw some stuff coming out of it. That's the volcano in the middle of Tokyo DisneySea. Sometimes just the fire starts exploding from it, and it's really, really cool. And about an hour ago, they had a parade, and they had lots of boats, and Mickey was on the boat, and the parade goes all around the water, and I really like that. It has kind of a feeling of something that's different than the other Disney parks. And it makes sense that they used water here because this island is actually a man-made island, which didn't exist about 50 years ago. So using water to make a theme park really is a pretty good idea. Now, this is across this lake that we have here, and you see right there, that's the Tower of Terror. Well, I'm not sure exactly what the ride is called, but it's pretty scary. It's like a free fall elevator with ghosts, where Professor Hightower, I believe is his name, the third. He went to Africa and got an idol, and that idol has taken over the building, and it's pretty creepy. And then down here is a USS. It's a boat that's also doubles as a restaurant, and you can go inside there and have a meal. It's pretty cool. If you walk through here, behind there is like a recreation of Massachusetts of the 19th century, like a whaling city. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna try to walk as far as I can, but of course you can go. I'm gonna put a link in the description so you can see what DisneySea looks like. There's a map that you can kind of scout yourself, but is it worth it? And this is the question that I'm gonna ask myself a lot, because I've been here so many times and I always wonder myself, why do I come back? And it's hard not to feel happy when you're on the water. As you can see, I mean, it's just a really, really nice place to come. If you're on a date, for example, or you're with some friends or family, just want to hang out, this is a good place to be, I think. It's very convenient too. I was saying earlier in the stream before from the Sheraton Hotel where I'm staying, you can go from Haneda Airport straight to Tokyo Disneyland, and it takes approximately 35 minutes and costs $8. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. So by the time you arrive in the hotel from the airport, you're at your hotel in less than an hour. That's really kind of cool. So that makes Tokyo Disneyland, I think, one of the most convenient of the Disneys, I believe. And of course, I'm going to be somewhat impartial because this show is called Only in Japan, and I live in Japan, so I love this place. So of course, I'm going to be impartial. But I do want to say that every time I come back to Disney, I ask myself this question. I really do ask myself, is it worth it? And the answer is always, it depends. It depends. If the people I'm like are people that I like, and I usually have fun, it's worth it. The thing is, all right, a one-day pass to Disney, and it took me 7 minutes to get to this. It's 7,400 yen, or approximately $70, 68 to 70 US dollars for entry. The park opens at 9, it closes at 10 p.m. tonight. I think that if you stay the whole time, yeah, that's probably worth it, because you can get a lot of rides in. On a day like this, we didn't have very long lines. If you come on a high season when this place is packed, be prepared to have fast passes run out at around 2 p.m. and you'll probably only see 3 attractions the entire day. And it's going to be a zoo. I mean, like really, really crazy. Peter writes in, it's really busy, but always busy during the school year. Yeah, this is a very good point. And we have a little bus going by here. Hold on a second. All right, little sea bus action. Another thing is that you should note is that selfie sticks are also banned here. You can't have selfie sticks, and if you do, the staff will come and tell you to put it away, of course. And yeah, you can pretty much bring anything else. I gave you some tips in the last live stream, but I highly recommend that everybody brings at least two drinks, 2 bottles of tea or Coke or something, because the prices here are a little bit, I think they've gone down. They used to be ridiculously expensive, but you can get a bowl of curry with naan. We ate in the Middle Eastern zone. You get a bowl of curry with naan and rice. It's a small naan, but it's about $8. And each Coke is about $2, I've noticed. So in general, if you have a family of 4, you're probably going to spend a pretty penny, not just on the admission, but feeding them. And the gifts, of course, are like ridiculously expensive. Right now, they have an Easter theme. Hold on, let me see if I can show you something. All right. So they have all of these Easter things. It is pretty neat. That's Goofy in there, I believe. Yeah, that's Goofy. Oh boy, this stream's gonna get demonetized. I'm sure this is like copyrighted music or something. But I always ask myself that question: is it worth it? for the price. Now, there's another ticket that you can get. Hold on, let me get the light on. There's another ticket that you can get. It's called an after 6 pass. I like to go on the weekdays. If you come after 6, the price is 4,200 yen, which is about $38. And you have about 4 hours. And in that 4 hours, you can actually see a lot, because at this time, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., everybody's gone. And it's like that 8 to 9 where hotel residents can get free reign over the park. If you stay from 9 to 10, like I am right now, I can just go on a ride, and there's a 5-minute ride, so it's pretty convenient. I am always hunting bargains with Mr. Peter Von Gom. I am. So, oh, wait a minute. Tabby Eats writes in here, we still have an annual pass. This place, I think the annual pass actually can pay for itself, but the thing is, you know, I always get, if I come here too much, I get Disney exhaustion. Hold on, I gotta take a break here. I get Disney exhaustion if I come here too often. And then if I get used to it, it gets that happiness goes away a little bit, because I'm so used to all the rides, it doesn't have that newness to it. The first time I came here was in 1998. The park, I think it had just been opened a year or 2 years before that, so it was brand new. And I loved the experience of coming to DisneySea, because this does not exist anywhere except for in Japan. It was Tokyo Disneyland I'd been to, and I got to DisneySea, like, wow, look at the water, look at the Mediterranean themes, look at the big volcano, look at all this. And the first time I came here, it was totally worth it. I would have paid double. I would have paid double to come to DisneySea the first time, because it's just so radically different. Even now, I've walked halfway around the lake, and you can see, let me turn the light off. You can see that the view is different. There's sort of like a medieval town here. A lot of you who've been here before know exactly where I am. This is a good point also to watch the performances that are going on. And there's some boats down there. The annual passes, I think, run about $800. I'm not sure what they are now. I know they raised the price a little bit. I also noticed that Disney is getting sponsorships for a lot of the rides. The evening performance was sponsored by NTT Docomo. The Center to the Journey of the World is sponsored by another company. There's another ride that was sponsored by Panasonic. I saw the logos there. So for me, I don't know. I'm fine with Disney making money, but I don't know. So it's still like 6,800 yen is expensive, but like I said, the first time I came to Tokyo DisneySea, totally awesome. It blew me away because it was so radically different from all the other Disney experiences. I'm taking you right now. I'm turning the camera around. All right, I'm taking you right now. This is the center in the volcano area, and this is as far as I'm gonna go. Now, once again, up there you can see the volcano. It's always erupting, but sometimes it spews fire, and you can feel it on your face. Right there is a drill that's, and you can see the roller coasters going through there and people screaming. I love that. It is kind of scary. It's like kid scary, you know? And then in the middle of it all is, again, more water, and that's the theme of Tokyo DisneySea. Down there is 20,000 leagues under the sea. It's kind of a neat little restaurant. A lot of people don't know about it. There's a hidden restaurant where you can have a beer down there. And here comes another boat. I guess they kind of have rides. I really don't know a lot of stuff. It's usually so crowded, I never get to try all of the attractions. So that's another reason you might want to come back. All right? Because it's so crowded, you can never ever ride all of the attractions. So there's always a reason to come back, because, oh, I did that one, but I haven't done this one. After 10 times coming to Tokyo DisneySea, I still have not ridden on every single ride. And I don't know if I ever will, unless maybe that's what the value of the annual pass is. Right now I'm getting in a report that is 89,000 yen, or about $850 for both parks, and about $580 for one park. And that's actually pretty reasonable if you come here a lot. But you know, I don't know, like, I'm speaking really fast, and I have to tell you, it's just always cool to come here, especially at night. And the day and the night, it makes a difference. Now, if you have a hotel, oh yeah, if you have a hotel nearby, like I'm staying at the Sheraton, it's totally worth it because you can take a break in the middle of the day, go home, go back to the hotel, refresh, come back a couple of hours later. Awesome. I love staying here. The Sheraton had a really big special, so my family's staying there for 2 nights, and it was actually very, very cheap. It's like $80 or $90 a night. So it just depends on the time of year that you book. That makes it then you can answer the question, is it worth it? Because then you have this amazing package where you're just happy from morning to night. You have the breakfast buffet, you come into the park, you have the rides all open from 9 a.m. when it first opens to 11 a.m. Take a break in the afternoon, come back at night. It's an awesome day out of it. And that's DisneySea. Is Universal Studio better? I don't know. I think Universal Studio is more crowded right now because Osaka only has one major theme park, while Tokyo has Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo DisneySea. It has lots of other attractions. Fuji-Q Highland is nearby. So there's other things in this area. In Tokyo, there's a lot of other attractions. Osaka, Universal Studios, I think is more crowded, but it's hard to say. But for me, I'm gonna say that because I grew up with the Disney brand, it's almost always gonna be worth it. All right, and one more thing I want to add in here. Maybe Tabby Eats and Peter and some of my other friends who live here in Japan can confirm. When you come on a rainy day, all right, I always thought that, oh, it's raining, no one's gonna be here. Wrong. People, it's sometimes just as crowded because the entire population of Japan says, oh, it's raining, no one's gonna be here. And I've waited just as long in the rain as I have in a sunny day in the high season. So don't ever think that the weather plays an impact on whether or not people come to Tokyo DisneySea or Disneyland. When people have vacation, they come here. And it doesn't matter if it's a crappy weather or freezing cold, this place is almost always crowded, unless, like, you know, something's wrong in the city and the transportation is totally stopped and a tragedy happens or whatever. It's crowded. So, you know, if you have kids, bring coloring books, try to bring something to occupy them. Because I have 2 nieces and they were pretty happy, but there are some times where waiting in line, they probably could have had something else to do. So that's about all I have to say about that. So yeah, it's worth it to me, but it's something that you have to consider, especially if you have a family. You're gonna pay a lot of money. All right, everybody, I'm gonna walk back to Miracosta, and my battery's about to die, but I'm thankful that you guys joined me on this little quest. We had 100 likes in like 10 seconds on the last stream, which is why I'm fulfilling my promise to all of you to streaming this. Now I gotta get back because I have the Sheraton Club access on the 12th floor, and I gotta get my brother and my dad a beer maybe, because they don't have club access. All right, everybody, see you next time. Thanks for watching this Tokyo DisneySea stream. To me, it's worth it because you guys are here. Take it in, soak it up. This is the DisneySea experience. And it's all yours for $68.25, depending on the exchange rate.